is Charles. I'm a bartender here in Atlanta. If you know me, you know me. If you don't, I'm just going to leave it at that for reasons that will become clear in a minute. I shared a story this morning on Facebook, and it blew up, and a lot of people reached out and wanted to help, and that is why I'm creating this Gofundme, which is not for me. The person that this is for doesn't know about it, and at the moment I don't know them well enough to feel comfortable giving out their information. And I know that sounds a bit sketchy, so if that's too much for you, I feel like no harm. Just, go about your life. You're fine. So here's the story. A few days ago, we hired a new bartender. He did his stage shift. He jumped in, had great skills, did everything we needed him to do. Personally, I just felt like, a little bit like the whole staff liked him. He seemed to have, seemed a good guy. He just seemed a little off, a little down. I thought maybe having a bad day, maybe just nervous about, being in a new bar. I had found out that he just this is his first job after having moved cross country, and was just kind of getting on his feet in Atlanta. Next day he shows up for his first shift, works the whole night for just training pay, killed it. He's great with guests, he's good on the bar, he's got skills, he's got knowledge, he's also open to being taught and learning more. My staff loves him, the customers love him, great guy. But again, his energy seemed a little low, which is just odd. Bartenders are usually very outgoing and friendly, and he seemed to be putting the effort in, but he just, I don't know, seemed off. Next day, last night, he comes in again, shows up on time. He's getting to it, jumps in, starts doing his setup and everything, and I'm doing my manager stuff, kind of prepping for the shift, so I don't have a lot of time to chit chat. Figure I'll get to know him, the next few days. And I overhear him and another bartender talking, and the other bartender asked him, if he got some sleep, and he says he didn't. He just kind of shakes his head, and I'm thinking, typical bartender stuff. Yeah, okay, so he got off work and went out and partied, and but I don't say anything. He shows up, does his job. What you do in your off time? Not my business. But it comes out in the course of the conversation that I'm overhearing that when he got off work at my bar at 1:30 in the morning, he then walked 3 hours back to his hotel where he's staying because he has nowhere else to stay, and then got up a few hours later, walked 3 hours back to show up on time for his shift, his training shift where he's making minimum wage. When I heard this, I immediately went to my general manager, someone who I know and trust a lot. Sorry. Brought the issue to his attention, and we brought him back, and we decided that my manager would ensure that this bartender would have a ride to and from every shift until he was able to get back on his feet. Anybody willing to work that hard? I've been there. I've been that low. So is my manager. So we're gonna make sure that that he has the tools he needs to succeed. Anybody that's willing to put in the effort and work that hard to succeed, I can't. What else can you do but help them? So, and I posted the original story because I was so proud of where I work and the people I work with who are willing to do that for someone else. And after posting, there are literally hundreds of people offering help. So, again, like I said, this individual doesn't know I'm doing this. I don't know him well enough to put his information out there. So I'm asking everybody to take this on faith. but it was suggested to me by someone I didn't know, somebody responding to my post, that I started Gofundme. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm here. So I want to raise a little money. What I know is he's moved cross country. He doesn't have anybody local, and he's just trying to get back on his feet. He's depleted his funds, and he is doing his best to make ends meet. And we are doing our best to support him in that. And every little bit helps. So if you can help, like literally just day to day, a few dollars for a meal, a little bit towards ride share to and from work, something to help put down a deposit on an apartment, whatever, just so he can get on his feet. He is an amazing hard worker, clearly willing to do whatever it takes to succeed. Nobody walks 3 hours one way to a stage shift to, who's trying to get something over on somebody. So please, if you can, just a little bit would help. It doesn't take that much to get somebody back on their feet, especially somebody that's willing to work that hard. He just needs a little bit to cover the gap until he can get settled. And if he's, once he finds out about this, if he's willing to come on and let you guys know who he is, I will absolutely post another video to let him do that. So that's it. That's all I got to say. Anybody willing to give and willing to spread the word and help a guy out, help out a fellow bartender, service industry person in need. Thank you.